In the name of Allah Almighty, the Magnificent, the Merciful. May peace and blessings be all upon you. My name is Sohaib Mukhtar. I am a PhD student of Intellectual Property Law at the National University of Malaysia. My topic of presentation is Social Transformation of Pakistan under the Constitution of 1973. Pakistan came into being on 14th August 1947. The first Constituent Assembly of Pakistan adopted the first Constitution of Pakistan, and it was promulgated on 23rd March 1956. Later on, it was abrogated by the first President of Pakistan, General Sikandar Mirza, on 7th October 1958. The second Constitution of Pakistan was promulgated on 8th June 1962, and it was abrogated on 29th March 1969. The third and the current Constitution of Pakistan was passed by the National Assembly of Pakistan on 10th April 1973, and it was promulgated on 14th August 1973. Pakistan came into being with the name of Islam. That's why there are some Islamic provisions in the current Constitution of Pakistan. First of all, the state religion of Pakistan is Islam. Secondly, the knowledge of the Holy Quran and the knowledge of Islamic studies is compulsory, and the knowledge of the Arabic language is highly encouraged. Thirdly, a definition of a Muslim and a non-Muslim is given in the Constitution of Pakistan, according to which a Muslim is a person who believes in the oneness of Almighty Allah and in the last prophethood of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And a non-Muslim is a person who does not believe in the oneness of Almighty Allah and in the last prophethood of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Lastly, there is an Islamic Ideology Council of Pakistan, whose chairman is appointed by the President of Pakistan, and there are 8 to 20 members in the Islamic Ideology Council of Pakistan. The function of Islamic Ideology Council of Pakistan is to give recommendations to the National Assembly and to provincial assemblies to make statute and legislation in accordance with the injunctions of the Holy Quran and Sunnah as set out in the Holy Quran and Sunnah. But the problem is that the appointment in the Islamic Ideology Council of Pakistan is on political basis. So my recommendation is that the Islamic Ideology Council of Pakistan should be separated from political influence, and its appointment should be based upon Islamic knowledge in the field of economics, politics, administration and law. There are certain fundamental rights which are guaranteed under the Constitution of Pakistan 1973. For example, protection of life and liberty, protection against illegal detention, right of due process and fair trial, protection against slavery and forced labor, protection against retrospective punishment, protection against jeopardy and self-incrimination, protection of home against torture, freedom of movement, assembly and freedom of association, freedom of trade, business and profession, freedom of speech, right to information, freedom of religion, protection against imposed religious taxation, protection against compulsory attendance of religious institution, right to acquire property, protection of property rights, rule of law, right of education, protection against discrimination in services, right to access public places, and protection of language and culture. These are the fundamental rights which are guaranteed under the Constitution of Pakistan 1973. A right of education is guaranteed under the Constitution of Pakistan 1973. But the problem is that there are three education systems in Pakistan. Number one, Islamic institutions, madrasa. They are free of charge. That is why the poor people of Pakistan send their children to madrasa. But the problem is that they only give religious education to the children and they do not give modern day education to the children. Secondly, there are private schools which highly charge tuition fees. That is why only rich people can afford to send their children to private schools. And poor people cannot send their children to private schools. They give modern education to the children. Number three, the government schools. The government school system is very bad in Pakistan because the members of the National Assembly do not send their children to government schools. They either send them to private schools or either send them abroad for study purposes. My recommendation to the government of Pakistan is to make one education system for all, one curriculum for all, so that the children of Pakistan take education and they will not get inferiority complex in future. The President of Pakistan is the head of the state. The President of Pakistan must be a Muslim and at least 45 years of age. He must be eligible to become a member of the Parliament. The President House of Pakistan is very big, which takes very high budget, which are the income and tax which are generated from the income of the people. Taxpayer money is spending on the President House of Pakistan, which is not good. That should be cut it off and the President should live a normal life. In Pakistan, there is a bicameral legislative system. There are two houses. The upper house is called the Senate and the lower house is called the National Assembly. The Senate has 104 members which are elected for 6 years. Half of them are elected for 3 years and half of them are elected for another 3 years, which are equal to 6 years. 23 each members from every province, 8 members from the federally administrated tribal area and 4 members from the capital territory Islamabad. The lower house is called the National Assembly, which has 342 members. 183 members from the province of Punjab, 75 from Sindh, 43 from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 17 from Balochistan, 12 from federally administered tribal area, 2 from the capital territory Islamabad, and 10 seats are allocated for minorities. The issue is that in 2010, the government of the Pakistan People Party under the leadership of Asif Ali Zardari, who was the then President of Pakistan, passed the 18th Amendment, under which they have added provision 63A and they amended a provision, an article 63, according to which a convicted person can participate in the election of Pakistan, and he can enter into the Parliament of Pakistan, as well as a member of the Parliament cannot speak against his political party leader. If he does so, his seat of the National Assembly will be considered as vacant and the new election will be conducted on his seat. So these provisions should be amended or removed from the Constitution of Pakistan, because a convicted person do not have the right to make legislation for the people of Pakistan again. There are 4 provinces in Pakistan, namely Punjab, Sindh, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan. The head of the province is called the governor, who is appointed by the President of Pakistan. The head of the executive of the province is called the Chief Minister, who is the leader of the house in the Provincial Assembly. The biggest province of Pakistan as per the population is concerned is Punjab, which is consisted of approximately 100 million people. The territory of Punjab is around 250,000 kilometers. The capital of Punjab is Lahore. There are 271 Provincial Assembly seats in the Punjab Provincial Assembly. Punjab is famous because of 5 main rivers. Number 1, Indus River. Number 2, Chenab River. Number 3, Jhelum River. Number 4, Ravi River. Number 5, Satluj River. The second biggest province as per the population of is concerned of Pakistan is Sindh, which is consisted of approximately 50 million people. The capital of Sindh is Karachi, which is the economic hub of Pakistan and the biggest city as per the population is concerned. The territory of Sindh is around 150,000 kilometers. The Sindh is the gateway of Islam. Through Sindh, Islam entered into Indian subcontinent. The third biggest province of Pakistan as per the population is concerned is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is consisted of 30 million people. Its territory is around 75,000 kilometers. Its capital is Peshawar. Provincial Assembly seats allocated in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is around 124, and the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is mostly affected area in the war of terror. The fourth province of Pakistan is Balochistan, which is the biggest province as per the territory is concerned. The territory is around 350,000 kilometers, and the population is very small, around 10 million. The capital is Quetta. The provincial assembly seats in Balochistan are 64, and Balochistan is nowadays famous because of Gwadar port, which was given to China, and China and Pakistan are building economic corridor, and China will use the Gwadar port and it will enhance the economics of Pakistan and China, and it is actually considered the future of Pakistan. The problem with the provincial governments is that according to the Constitution of Pakistan 1973, they are duty bound to make local bodies elections and to transfer administrative, executive and financial powers to the local bodies institutions. Firstly, they reluctant to make elections, organize elections. When they did so, they are not transferring pecuniary, administrative powers to the local bodies institutions. So my recommendation is that the pecuniary and administrative powers should be transferred to the local bodies institutions immediately. The judicial system of Pakistan is consisted of one Supreme Court, which is in Islamabad, in the Capital Territory, and there are 5 High Courts: Islamabad High Court, Lahore High Court in the province of Punjab, Sindh High Court in the province of Sindh, Peshawar High Court in the province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and the Balochistan High Court in the province of Balochistan. And there is one Federal Shariat Court whose function is to decide matters related to Islamic law. But the problem is that when Federal Shariat Court decides a matter, any aggrieved party or the federal or provincial government can appeal against the decision of the Federal Shariat Court before the Shariat Appellate Bench at the Supreme Court. And those appeals are pending. Many appeals are pending before the Federal Shariat Appellate Bench, and they are not deciding that. And it is written in the Constitution of Pakistan that unless the Shariat Appellate Bench decides the appeal, no order of the Federal Shariat Court or the decision will be implemented and enforced. So for decades, decisions of the Federal Shariat Court are pending before the Shariat Appellate Bench. So my recommendation is that either the Shariat Appellate Bench should be removed and the decision of the Federal Shariat Court should be enforced immediately, or there should be a time frame for the decision of the Shariat Appellate Bench. There are around 8 federal institutions currently working under the Constitution of Pakistan 1973. Number 1, Islamic Ideology Council. Number 2, the Council of Common Interest. Number 3, the National Economic Council. Number 4, the National Finance Commission. Number 5, the Judicial Commission of Pakistan. Number 6, the Supreme Judicial Council. Number 7, the Election Commission of Pakistan. And number 8, the Federal Public Service Commission of Pakistan. Pakistan is the 7th atomic power of the world. Pakistan is the 7th largest country of the world as per the population is concerned. Its population is around approximately 200 million. As per the territory is concerned, it is number 26th in the world. Its territory is around 8 lakh kilometer. Pakistan needs a truthful and trustworthy leader and members of the parliament who work for the benefit of the people of Pakistan rather than work for benefiting themselves. If we will have a good leader, a truthful and a trustworthy leader, we surely will do our best for we will participate in international peace, progress and prosperity and happiness of the humanity. And we should be doing this. Otherwise, we will not be considered a good nation. We are a peaceful nation. We want to live peacefully. We are not a terrorist. We do not promote terrorism. Islam means peace. We promote peace. We do not encourage terrorism. Thank you very much.